Welcome to Trending Niches episode number 45. This week, before we get started, I wanted to mention that there has been people impersonating me on Discord and trying to scam you, basically. So there's this one person specifically, I'll put up his username on the screen right now, who's, copied my picture, and he's been messaging multiple people and essentially trying to sell them coaching services through gift cards, Amazon gift cards. So don't be tricked by this guy. He's not me. I would never reach out to you personally, especially not through Discord, to sell you something. The only place where I will get in touch with you personally and where there will be links to my products would be through my email newsletter. But don't trust anyone who just messages you randomly on Discord, even if they have the same picture and the same name as me. That is fairly easy to copy, unfortunately. So if you see this, just report the person or check back with me. I will have my email on the screen. If you're not sure, you can email me there and check whether it's actually me who's messaged you. So don't fall for these scams. They're hard to prevent for me. Like, it is really easy to just copy someone's Discord name and picture. But I wanted to make you aware of it in this video. Don't fall for this scammer. Niche number one to avoid is Taylor Swift, or things related to Taylor Swift's songs. And this is the biggest trend right now on Amazon. These have been selling extremely well through the entire year, but for some reason, again, they're sort of dominating Amazon at the moment. So we've got It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me. Those are song lyrics by Taylor. Same as this, We Are Never Getting Back Together. I Had TS, that stands for Taylor Swift. So all of these designs are not safe to sell on Amazon. I know these have been up for a while and they're selling really well, but if you try and upload them, they're very likely going to get rejected or might get your listings removed in future. Unfortunately, that's how it is with Amazon. For some reason, some of these designs have been staying up for a while. Then we've got the obvious ones. So just the word Taylor, repeat it again. I know it's just a name, but I would be careful with this sort of stuff, considering it is selling because of Taylor Swift. Mainly Me and Karma vibe like that. This design again has to do with Taylor Swift's lyrics, I'm pretty sure. And Shake It Off as well, that's I think one of her song names. So you have to be careful when you see these trending designs with random phrases. They can be linked to song lyrics. If you're not sure, copy the entire phrase, type it into Google, and you should get some results to help you out. If there's no songs that come up, then it might be safe, but it is definitely worth double checking. Another new trend that you need to avoid on Amazon specifically, and I would generally not sell this whatsoever, but essentially I stand with Israel, and there's a ton of new designs that have popped up that are getting a lot of sales, but anything to do with this, it doesn't matter which side you're on, anything to do with political conflicts, war, if people are dying, just stay away from it entirely. It is very obviously in the content policy. Anything related to human tragedy, you're not allowed to sell on Amazon, so stay away from this, please. It's going to get you banned most likely. There's a lot of designs that are brand new posts and again getting sales, but it's not worth risking your account over. Moving on, the third niche that you need to avoid. This is sort of a random design that I noticed trending. It's how you're going to win when you ain't right within. 6,000 BSR, so this one is definitely killing it. I wasn't sure what it's about at first, but again, typing the phrase into Google, you very quickly find song lyrics of a popular song that have this exact phrase within them. So definitely dangerous. You don't want to be profiting off of someone else's work, like an artist's work, because that is technically copyrighted if they've used it. And yes, so stay away from this phrase for sure. It could get you into trouble. And the last thing to avoid here, we've got I Am Knuff. And I know the Barbie movie has been trending for a while, and most of you might be aware of the trends now. But this one is, for newcomers, maybe hard to make out. So I'm Knuff does relate to the Barbie movie. It has to do with Ken, one of the characters. And this phrase does extremely well. There's a lot of top sellers with it on there, but that doesn't mean it's safe, because it's definitely taken from that movie. And some of these even have Barbie logos in there. So it's like extremely obvious that it's ripping off the brand. So yeah, definitely stay away from this. It is not safe to sell. The first niche I've got for you seems to be a new trend that's a bit under the radar. It's not getting massive sales volume, but there's definitely some interest because there is a lot of new designs, as you can see by the badges, that are getting sales. Posted 15 days ago, 5 days ago, 7 days ago, etc. Even 3 days ago. And this has already got a sale over here. Really nice, interesting looking designs. And I did also check this niche on Amazon, and the search results are pretty small. So this, I think, has got potential, especially for people in lower tiers. The BSRs are like super low, but all of these have sold and they're recently posted. And I also thought when seeing this niche that this is a great scalable phrase. Like you could put fueled by spite, and instead of caffeine, you could do lots of other drinks, for example, or you could do food items. You could even do hobbies probably, or you could swap out the word for spite for something else. You could even start with fueled by coffee and hobby, or and food item. You know, you can mix this phrase up a lot in a lot of different ways and create a scalable design that targets many different niches at once. So definitely an interesting one, interesting trend, very nice looking designs, and there seems to be some potential because the competition is pretty low. Moving on here, we've got Unity Day. This is on October the 18th, so it is quite last minute, but this is definitely trending extremely well. And I can also see a lot of these designs still selling after Unity Day because it is about being kind, and that sort of niche, sort of anti-bullying niche as well. It does sell all year round. It is definitely evergreen. It's just peaking at the moment. So this trend, worth checking out. There's a lot of different design styles that do well here. I quite like this idea at the top with kindness ninja, because you could swap out ninja for different topics that, you know, kids might be interested in, and then have kindness, I don't know, dinosaur, kindness, unicorn. Those are two broad examples, but there will be other examples as well that are not as competitive or more unique in a sense. And orange is obviously the color of choice right here for this niche. A lot of shirts or designs are just posted onto orange, which is worth bearing in mind. And many of these are also mixed with Halloween, as you can see, boo to bullying. And that is always a good strategy to take. If there is two trends happening at the same time, mix them together. For example, breast cancer awareness also often gets mixed with Halloween to create sort of a cross niche design of two different trends. And you can apply that to many other things in the future as well. Also, the phrase boo to bullying, you could use this once again, with other niches or other topics as well that you want to boo to, essentially. So maybe something worth thinking about there. And scrolling down, we've still got a lot of shirts right here with like a 30k BSR, 100k BSR. So the potential is definitely massive. It is a broader, more competitive niche, but I believe if you find the right sub niche, you can definitely get some sales here. And it is a trend worth entering over the next few days. Niche number 3, here we've got Mike Who Cheese Harry. No idea where this comes from. Probably some word joke that I'm not getting, or maybe it's from social media, some sort of trend. And these are doing pretty well at the moment. And I also noticed some new designs popping up, and that's always a good indication for potential. We've got nearly a full row right here of this design with the new badges posted 20 days ago and all the way down to 13 days ago. All are getting sales. So definitely some potential right here. Interesting phrase, interesting, simple text-based designs in a variety of different styles are selling. Mostly we can see the groovy style, but I mean, even something like this, that looks pretty damn cool with this outline around the text. And it definitely stands out in between all of the groovy stuff. So sometimes going against the trend a little bit could also help you out, in my opinion, and is worth considering, especially if you've got a few more slots. You could try out a few different styles and upload like 5 or 10 variations at the same time. Right, moving on, we've got It's Okay. I'm on 500 milligrams on Fukitol. And I'm purposely pronouncing that word wrong because it is a word joke. So if you pronounce this very quickly, you might get it or you might not. Essentially, there is a ton of designs right here that have got very good BSRs, and they're fairly simple to create. Most of these are text-based. I quite like this one right here with the sunset and the sort of 3D text. That does stand out in my opinion. The cat one, also quite cool. This is like a funny niche, so you could make some funny designs with this. And notice the bestseller right here, 8,000 BSR. If we click into more info and scroll down to the BSR history, back in August, this was just an average BSR, and it's been dropping and dropping and dropping. Now all the way to like 5,000 So this is definitely trending, or has started to trend over the past week or two. So yeah, interesting niche, worth considering. Just a funny, sarcastic phrase, and seems to be doing really well right now on Amazon. Not sure why it started trending recently, but it definitely seems to have a lot of interest at the moment. The next trend I've found is domestic violence awareness. This is an awareness topic that goes through the entire month of October, and it definitely shows in the sales right here. So we've got a ton of designs with sort of 10K, 20K, 30K BSR rankings. Now I'm guessing some of these will be in the climate pledge friendly category. That's something I made a video about recently, by the way, in case it does confuse you, or in case you've heard about this for the first time. The BSR is slightly different in that category, so it's worth checking out that video if you missed it. And the thing with this niche is there is some interesting designs right here that are actually cross-niching two different awareness topics. For example, we've got the American flag where the stars are purple and pink. You've got two ribbons, again, purple and pink, and it says in October we wear purple and pink. So pink in this case is breast cancer awareness, which is also running through October. So interesting that you see designs doing well right here that mix the two topics. Like this one with a girl also says purple and pink. We've got one of the top sellers that has the sort of three arms right here. It's also got different skin colors, which is a great idea. So definitely super interesting niche. Lots of nice looking designs. Purple is the color for domestic violence specifically. So that's what you want to sort of include in your design, or maybe choose for the primary thumbnail, ideally. And yeah, I mean, the overall design style is quite similar to all the other awareness topics that we typically see trending. It has got, you know, lots of butterflies, ribbons, we see some rainbow designs, some flags as well, support squad. We've got these rainbow designs right here, which are quite common in these niches. So definitely check this out. Trending right now, and it's going to do well for the next few weeks. Oh, and by the way, before we move on to the next niche, I did just notice right here, this is a design that was published 5 days ago, and it's again Halloween mixed with this niche. So boo to domestic violence. Really cool idea. And maybe you could even do boo to domestic violence and breast cancer. So that's 3 trends in one design. Just an idea right there, or just a thought. And for trend number 6, I thought I would do something different this week and just scroll through the most recently uploaded designs with sales that are related to Halloween, because this way you get a bit of an idea what people are doing to still get new designs to sell in the Halloween niche. I'm sure some of these will be using ads, but not all of them necessarily do. And even if you do use ads, you still have to have a good design and a good niche to sort of stand out and have a chance at selling. So what can we see right here? In my spooky era, I think that's again sort of taken from Taylor Swift's lyrics or from her tour name or something, but look at the design style. We've got lots of little ghosts and then a nice sort of font below it. That concept or that template, I've not really seen it before, and I could see that working with other phrases too. We've got she's my boo, so this is, I'm guessing, a matching design, couples matching, where you've got he's my boo on the other shirt to point the other way. And I'm sure you can probably spin this further, or you know, do other things with it as well. In terms of couples matching designs, we've got skeletons right here, and it looks like they're playing pickleball perhaps, so Halloween mixed with pickleball. All of these posted like just a few days ago, published 3 days, 4 days ago, 4 days ago. Very, very recent, and they are getting sales. This design looks a lot like Midjourney to me. Definitely looks AI generated. The pumpkin is missing some eyes, but it did manage to get some sales fairly quickly, which is interesting. Sort of black cat right here with the Halloween theme. We've got in October, we wear pink lunch lady, or hashtag lunch lady right here at the bottom. Only published 6 days ago. And yeah, that's a cool way to sort of sub-niche in this specific trend of breast cancer awareness, is make a design for lunch ladies, right? They'll be wanting to wear something while they're making lunch, while they're in the schools, to represent this trend. And if you make designs specific to them, you're going to lower your competition in the overarching trend of breast cancer awareness. So again, new design, getting sales already. Really cool idea. Occupational therapy over here on the left. I do really like this design style, interesting colors. And we've got this sort of checkered pattern in the back, which I did show in one of my recent tutorials. I think it was the Leonardo Halloween tutorial for t-shirts. And yeah, the design style looks amazing. Occupational therapy. So we've got a specific, you know, job related niche that's mixed with Halloween. It seems to be doing well. Just a few days after posting. Honkus Pocus, sort of mixed a goose with Halloween. That looks cool. Interesting design style as well with the little stars right here that just have a stroke. Never seen that, but that does look neat. Here we've got another design that looks like a Mid-Journey, 250 kbsr, pretty decent. And it seems to be a raven sat on a pumpkin, so interesting. Maybe that is a niche idea. English teachers love brains. I'm sure you could also use other job titles for this phrase, like, I don't know, math teachers love brains, and maybe even other occupations rather than just teachers. But interesting scalable phrase right here for sure. Exhausting dad is my costume. I do like this one. You could do the same for exhausted mum, exhausted grandma, just, you know, anything like that. Here we've got football, skeletons, the American flag, and Halloween. I think, I'm guessing the orange colors indicate Halloween, so that's a cool way to cross niche multiple topics into one design. Moving on to the Redbubble trends this week, I've got quite a lot of very small niches right here, and a lot of them are also evergreen, so that is ideal because we're moving into the evergreen sales season. First of all, we've got legalized wheelies right here, fairly straightforward, only 34 results. And wheelies, just in case you didn't know, is, you know, what this person's doing right here, is driving on the back wheel on a, that looks more like a cross bike. I don't even know what it's called. But, you know, essentially motorbikes, maybe even bicycles, doing a wheelie, being on one, just on one wheel, usually the back wheel, right? Legalized wheelies, funny, interesting phrase, fairly easy to create the designs, I would say. Most of these are just simple silhouettes that you might be able to find online, and then the phrase underneath. So yeah, check this out, low competition and evergreen potential as well. Next up, we've got hotel receptionist trending. Very interesting evergreen niche. I never thought about it. 69 results only, which is surprisingly small. And yeah, again, this is the sort of niche I could see doing well for Christmas. Maybe not well as in, you know, hundreds of sales, but there will be more interest in this sort of design style. We've also got interesting related tags at the top. Proud receptionist, best receptionist. I've got hotel manager, hotel clerk and porter, desk clerk over here, which you can't see because it's behind my face. But yeah, checking out these tags up here on Redbubble is always useful because you can find some more ideas for your listing, what to put into your listing, as well as some other niche ideas, sub niches or similar niches that might be worth considering. You've also got related searches at the bottom, which is an interesting area to check out. And another job related trend on Redbubble is equine veterinarian. This is essentially a vet for horses. Only 74 results. Not sure why it's so little, but worth looking into, especially moving into Q4. We've got future equine vet right here. So you could do the future or you could do retired. This says large animal veterinarian. That is very interesting. Never thought about that, but potentially a different sub niche as well. Horse doctor. That's a pretty funny design. I could see that concept working for this niche. Future track veterinarian. So maybe that is similar. Also looks like it's to do with horses, but maybe it has to do with race horses, you know, track horses, that sort of thing. We've got the heartbeat design style right here, which has also worked very well for me in the past in many different niches. So always worth considering that. Whichever niche you're entering, you're usually able to create a heartbeat themed design. So check this one out. Interesting evergreen niche, and it's currently trending on Redbubble. And lastly, a very random trend. This one says, please knock. And I guess this is something that people would buy as a sticker to put onto their door. If no one ever knocks on the door before entering, because these phrases literally say, knock, wait for an answer, and enter, thank you. Or do not knock on this door, seriously, don't do it. That's a funny one. I guess that's slightly different. It tells you not to knock instead of please knock, wait before entering. So yeah, a few different sort of variations of this phrase that you could try out. And I'm pretty sure this will mainly sell on a sticker and not on a t-shirt. So I recently found a super cool research method that you can use for free to find evergreen niches. And as you know, evergreen niches do extremely well during Q4, especially November and December for Christmas shopping season. And that's why I think you should check out this video next if you want to learn this free evergreen niche research method.